What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before we jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I'm here to get sweaty, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun while I do it. Use the chat command DECK for a link to the list I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started shopping from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Omens of the Third Age set bundles are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the chat command HEMEL for contact info, then reach out on Blue Sky, Discord, email, or Twitter to see what he can do for you. Using the data command will produce a link to Fablazing.com, the best source for deck list, matchup, and tournament data. Do you have too much money? Give some of it to me. Custom channel tokens, as used by 2025 US National Champion and World's 2025 Top 8 competitor Majin Bey, are available from my Ko-Fi. Follow my tournament journey and spam the coolest emojis by becoming a channel member. And remember that channel members get matchup guides, post-game notes, elevated chat privileges, and more. Now settle in and get cozy because the stream begins now. I am getting pricing information about Usurp from Hemel next week, so I'll get to replace the intro. I've made it much shorter, which I'm excited about. So basically, James White made this game called Flesh and Blood. The interview starts from the beginning. James White was born, I don't know, 45 years ago? He's not going to watch this. I'm not going to get in trouble if I get his age wrong. What's up, everyone? Hi, welcome back. I didn't stream last Friday. A little bit of burnout, which makes sense. I grinded for like 2 months for Nationals and Pro Tour, so we took a little time off. Gave us some time to wait for Mastery Pack Warrior to release, which comes out tomorrow. Like, playing in the future queue on Talishar is just so... I like that it exists. I don't like to play in it. Especially if I'm like, oh, I want to test Olympia, but now I got to play against Malice. Like, it really came up when I was testing for US Nationals when people were like, I'm going to play Donkey in my Olympia deck. And it's like, this is not relevant to me right now. By the time I am competitive again, Usurp will be out, but I still don't want to play against Viscera. I want to be seeing like 3 cards from the set. So, we're playing Aurora today. The stream title suggests we're going to work around this dumb idiot, Gone in a Flash. I played against, I'm going to screw up the name, Trey Baroncini. It's an Italian name. I never know how C's work in that language. C, CH, the ch and the k and the sa always confuse me. I played against him in the Pro Tour day 1. He was on a Gone in a Flash Aurora list. I was on Jarl. The game did not go well for him, but he made it closer than any other Aurora I've played against on Jarl, and I liked his anti-Guardian plan in Gone in a Flash, Lightning Greaves, and like actually having a plan beyond Ominous Excavation and Volteris, which I think is a bad loop. I think there are other anti-Guardian combos we can play with. That's why Potion of Strength is in the maybe board. I know this is tech that people are using. You put Potion of Strength in your deck, you play it as your finisher. You play your Arc Lightning, you start breaking your potions, and you ping your opponent for 1, and you also get +2. Like, there is setup you can do, and we're kind of going to work on that. But I like the Gone in a Flash tech kind of as an idea. So we're going to work with that, play Aurora today. Very excited to play Olympia tomorrow. As I said, I want to avoid open format. So by playing Olympia tomorrow, I get to play an actual live queue. So we're working on Aurora today. Trading cards out for the Gone in a Flash package means we really just can't play the NIMBY package. I'm moving them to the maybe board. Or I guess I just moved them to the inventory, but I would like to move them to the maybe board because I think we're probably putting them back in the list. This is more of a thought experiment for me. To just say, what if I didn't play these cards? Does my deck work? I think the answer is probably not as well. But we're just going to see. I think Voltbound Duality is probably not a card I want to play, period. I just really was not a fan of it. I know that Andrew Lorenz played it in his 23rd place Aurora list, but I don't know. So we put the Gone in a Flash back in. Because we're playing Gone in a Flash, we play Electrostatic Discharge, which works the best with it overall. Sigil of Solace gets to go back into the list. Welcome back, Sigil of Solace. If we're on Instance, so we're playing Sigil of Voltaris, which just generally is a card that I think is cool. I'm excited to... You have a mod on Fabry that your deck building interface looks like this with the buttons. As far as I knew, this is just what Talishar looks, or what Fabry looks like with the like deck remove actions. I know that because I am a paid member, I get to choose my printings. That might be different, but for the most part, I think this is just what Talishar looks. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought this is just what Talishar looked like. We get to put Greaves back into the inventory. We're not playing it in every matchup. We're between that and Starlight Striders, which I do really like Starlight Striders, so I'm excited to get to put that back in. What's up, Steven? Weird that yours doesn't look like that? Well, now I'm curious. I'm going to have to crack open an incognito window at some point and just see what it looks like from a normie perspective. Jack Be Nimble comes out because we are just straight up not playing the cards that work with it. Promise of Plenty probably gets to stay in. And again, we've established that this is Gravy Bones tech, so what if we just didn't play Promise of Plenty? Oh, yours looks different because you're on a phone. Oblivion Sigil of Voltaris combo. I have a local who plays Aurora in Silver Age. This was back... I don't know, a few months ago before we even had the first banning, so like Briar was the best deck and Chain didn't exist, who was playing Sigil of Voltaris and Flash of Brilliance in Aurora, and was Silver Age, so he's not like looping Gone in a Flash, but it had cool instant synergies, and it just had real cheat potential to like scam someone who's at 5 and you just blow them up with shocks, which was very cool. I thought that was neat. We probably don't have room for Exude Confidence. This is a weird one where, like, in theory, Exude should be really good on our combo turns, but I just want to try it with Potion of Strength instead. I think this is purely for Guardian. No, don't do that. I think this is purely for Guardian. Like, when would we ever play Potion of Strength against any other hero? But I like it in theory. Like, I really like the idea. It's a blue for Jarl against Betsy. We're really not getting disrupted that much, so we don't get super punished by having a non-block in our deck. I think she gives us time to set up, which is nice. There's a lot about Trey's deck that I like the idea of. I like this in theory. I think Outed is probably now the worst card in our deck. So that's what we'll bump to get us back to 80 cards. Enlightened Strike kind of needs to stay in the deck just by virtue of playing Skizzik and Skyward Serenade. It looks a lot better when we have Nimblism, just another card that we can put into our deck for when we find the thing that we actually want to use with it. It also works really well when we get to Nimby a Nimblism into our hand, and then play E-Strike to put the card back into our deck. Like, you know, there's some potential there, but we just got to get down to a playable number of cards. And E-Strike is still going to be pretty good, I think. So we're at our 80. What are we moving to the sideboard? I'm an additive sideboarder. I like having my, core 52 or whatever, and then sideboard up to 60. I don't like having my 60 and trading cards out. And I don't like putting everything in my deck and then just boarding down. The D-reacts mean that we want to be at least 54. So, and if I was going to board into Guardian, then putting in Potion of Strength and Lightning Press. So 2 of the cards in our deck currently do not need to be in here all of the time. And the easy one is like Lightning Surge. That's a 2 of. But, all these cards kind of make sense. And there isn't any particular card here that I'm like... Possible problem, you don't really have enough instants to make Flittering and Gone and Flash. How many instants do we? We have a decent number of instants right now. We have... No, we only have 12. The problem is our instants all suck. Is really the issue. Oh, well, I guess I got up to 15 when I put Lightning Press into the deck. Maybe that just has to go in all of the time if we're on an instant package. And the problem is our instants suck. Like, this was not a problem with Aurora 1 because we had Channel Lightning Valley and Electrostatic Discharge. Not Discharge, Electromagnetic Somersault, which we don't have anymore. Rest in peace. What if we... So we still need to get down to fewer cards now. How many attacks do we have? 35? Ugh. Maybe that's why this build doesn't work. What if we just didn't do this? What if this was the thought experiment? This is how we answer the question. Yeah, Burn Up Shock doesn't count. Or maybe this was the thought experiment of, like, actually, in trying to put this deck together, it just looks way worse than if I didn't do this. All right. Thought experiment successful. We have successfully concluded that despite there being some cool cards in this list, like Sigil of Volteris, we just don't want to do this. This is just much worse than if we did normal Aurora stuff. So, good work, everyone. We can pack it in. That is the stream for the day. We've established that this is not good. But, we'll play some games, too. Like, why not? I guess we might as well. But we do want to put combo stuff in. So, like, Potion of Strength, I think, is just legitimately a good card for what we're trying to do. Like, Potion Strength, Crown of Dominion, Aether Ironweave is kind of just how we beat Guardians. Like, that is a real, true thing that we have to concern ourselves with, is Guardians are very difficult for this deck. Like, that is kind of Aurora's biggest weakness in this meta, is, like, Guardians exist. A deck of 60 Titanium Baubles with a Titan's Fist is a bit of an issue for her. So I like Potion of Strength. I like trying to put that together. Promise of Plenty is the other card that would be in here. And that's just for Gravy. Do we care? Exude Confidence when in for Potion of Strength. Everything in here. Oh, the Discharge gets cut. That's what shouldn't be in this deck right now. Have I looked at Min-Max or Dando's list? I have not. Are they good? Should I look at them? Running no Quick Succession, 4 Nimblism, and 2 Flying High. Not... So... I should watch the video before I comment on it. But, like, not running Quick Succession just seems wrong. I can kind of get down with what Lorenz was doing with only running the reds. Our non-attack count looks a little rough. Like, we only have 15 in our deck without Quick Succession, which makes Face Purgatory a lot worse. But, like, that's fine. 52 cards. Jack Be Nimble probably just goes in the deck. And then we're bringing in Shelter Sink for Marionette. Potion of Strength. We need another thing. Maybe it is just Exude, as opposed to more equipment. you can go into the inventory. So against defensive decks, we bring in Potion of Strength Exude, and that's how we combo Sink Shelter for Marionette, Promise of Plenty, I don't know, Sink Below for Gravy Bones, and that's our 80. Dyadic Carapace into most matchups. We have we have Findall's Balance of Justice for Jarl. We have Crown of Dominion, Aether Ironweave for everything else. Marionette, we play Boots of Omniward instead of Snapdragons. Acilio, we play Shock Charmers instead of Grasp. And then we're kind of just good everywhere else. Also running to get Embodiment when you play Instant this chain. Oh, Flow State Embodiment. Yeah. Cool. So this is the deck. Let's do it. Let's play some Fleshy Blood. Yeah, okay, so cool. Well, if nothing else, we've answered the question, does Gone in a Flash work? And the answer is no. We have established that the deck does not look good and has tension with what it just generally wants to do, which is play good cards like Face Purgatory and Nimblism. Assume I can't post links? Yeah, I don't think you can. If you were a channel member, you could, maybe. I don't remember if I did that or not. Boo, boo, boo. Off onset. Empire of Glass. I know you. Hello. So this is... I mean, we're going to go second. Is competitive Classic constructed? I don't think Mastery Pack Warrior is legal yet. So this is like DGA, and I'm going to be sad about it. But like, what if I'm wrong? If I'm wrong, we just put in the D-reacts and call it good? Oh, it is legal. Oh, alright, cool. His reasoning was that the best things to give go again were the non-lightning cards, E-Strike, Nimby, Exude. Yeah, I can see that. What's up, Shannon? No. I don't block super well. Why do I have 3 Scars in my hand? That's, interesting. Alright, money where your mouth is. You are wagering. This is coming for 7. Do I just put 9 in front of this? And, like, get blown out by the 0 for 3? I guess I get blown out by the 0 for 3 kind of no matter what. It's just like, well, now I only take 1 point instead of 3 points. Yeah, he gets over. I could have given equipment for this, but that just seems wrong. I don't use the gold very well, so I don't even, like, take anything from him. You are 81, so we probably just go Fry Outed E-Strike Draw. I guess I could go Fry Outed Path, and if they pitch, then I just Arsenal and E-Strike, and if they don't pitch, then I Scorpio. That seems pretty good. I don't mind that. Like, Fry Outed E-Strike Draw is good. We are presenting 11 damage. We get a 5-card hand no matter what. In this case, we are also presenting... Well, here we're presenting 12 damage. We're an Aurora channel again. What's up, Ian? We're a whatever I feel like playing today channel. Yeah, we're going to do Path and see if we get a card out of our opponent. They have not blocked either of the... I mean, they blocked with the Golden Gate, so I assume... This might just be a huge turn if they're like really... If they really need 3 gold here to pay for a thing. That's fine with me. This is still doing 3 damage, so like, cool, I get 3 points. It's basically they traded 3 points for 3 points, but I take a card from my opponent. Like, this is fine. We arsenal the E-Strike. We feel fine. I could use Face Purgatory if I wanted to. Showdown. Winner creates a flurry token. That's the extra attack. A Belly Buster, paying a gold. Subdelph is coming in for 10. You get a Courage and a Flurry. What am I doing? If I don't block, I take 10, I go to 29, they make a bunch of stuff. My turn is gonna be like Nimbleism, Skizzic, Snap, Current Funnel, E-Strike bottom outed for draw a card Scorpio. So we do 7, 9, 14, possibly 16 damage. Or if I do this play... Nimbleism only blocking for 2 here is a bit of an issue. Like, I can give more armor, but is this good? I draw a card. We just do... outed into E-Strike, so we send 11 because we get a Courage here. If we do this, we should block with Current Funnel instead. Keep a Skizzic in the deck. That's fine. Ooh, we even get an up the ante? Yeah, I'll take that. All he's feeling a bit like Azalea. I've heard this. We get a Flurry that I'm not going to use. And then we get a Courage that is like pretty good. We get to send 11 here. Arsenal a Sink Below. We have basically no more armor, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm excited to play Olympia tomorrow. I guess I could have played him today. I didn't realize that Mastery Tag Warrior was legal. Sink Below, but that doesn't wager. And we buff this, and we buff power. 3-card 11, just like we used to do. Warms my heart. We get to Arsenal the Sink Below, which is sick. Not even using this Flurry. I don't think there's a world where Scorpio gets go again. I guess they could wager Blade Dance with me, and that'd be kind of cool. Very like Azalea Warmonger, just very brutal. Just have reactions. Raise Blades. So you are going to 1-card 6 me. Seems alright. Are you supposed to save armor for like the good wagers? I mean, I think Flurry like is the good wager. I don't think the good Olympia decks are going to be playing the bad cards. I don't think Olympia is going to be playing the shit like Gain an Intellect or whatever. So we are not going to block. I'm going to use a defense reaction. The question is which one? Oh, well, if they're going to tune it Galea, then I guess I am going to use my D-Reacts. And do we need to sink? I think the answer is no. I think I'm pretty okay with this hand. I'm kind of expecting the outed to hit is where I'm approaching this turn cycle from. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, we just send the Snatch and Arsenal a second strike. Guess not. I just know if they throw the +1 in card, I want to win that wager pretty bad. I understand. I agree with you. I just don't think... I don't think Olympias are going to be playing that card. I think that card is bad. Like, I think Olympias have better things to do with their gold. And I think that other Warriors and Guardians are too popular right now to really count on winning that wager most of the time. These Unsheaths have been very good at stopping incoming damage. Do we throw a Snatch here? Or do we just Scorpio? I think I'm gonna just Scorpio here. Oh, the Flurry doesn't even matter. I forgot that this is tap, not just like once per turn action. I think setting up the 5-card hand is better here. We are on coming up to turn 4. We have not seen an Arc Lightning yet. Also now have an Embolism, so like... What do I get to do with this hand? I get to go... Rabble. We have a few different lines. Our opponent doesn't have armor anymore, so I feel pretty good about trying to send this burn up. We're not blocking this. I mean, we could, but like... We could go Rabble, E-Strike 5, go again, Nimbulism, Snatch. We could go Burn Up, Rabble, E-Strike, go again, Snatch. I think I just let this go for sure. We could have blocked. Just like maximizes what we can do with this hand. Like if we block with Burn Up, we just send a 3-card 11. But this is a race. With our opponent having no armor, I think up the ante. That's really good though. Sure. Rav to inform the E-Strike draw. Are you burn-upping here, Steven? I guess we would, yeah, if we're going to E-Strike draw. Because we would be snapping that. We could also not play burn-up here. No, we're going to play burn-up. Send both. That was up the ante number 2. Opponent takes the damage. Have a Rabble. 4 one time. Serenade's not bad. Given that's the second Nimbulism, you're probably supposed to bottom it for future Nimbies. Well, we are only on 2 Nimbies. So losing the Rabble is not... Losing one of them is not bad. Money where your mouth is only blocks 2, baby. Serenade on top is pretty good. We get to E-Strike, draw, snap. That comes in for another 4. We're threatening a draw. I like that our opponent is hesitating on how to block this because it makes me think that they won't be able to do it very well. We can double that. This is another card that I'm not sure about in Olympia. Like, I'm very interested to try the Azalea build where it's just a bunch of 1-cost pumps. And, like, you dump your hand and then swing sword every turn. And I think Double Down, which is not in the graveyard currently, I think Double Down is, like, fine at doing that. The problem is you need your hand every turn. And if you ever have to block, like if you ever get stuck with Double Down, it just doesn't do that much. Any tips or tricks for reading metas, building sideboard plans, or deck building in general? I'm a year into the game and have a strong idea of the fundamentals, but not too much knowledge in that area. I am not the guy to ask about deck building, unfortunately. I am not a good deck builder. I suspect our opponent is just going to keep this money where your mouth is because their turn is too good if they get to keep it. They just get to 1 card 7 me. On hit, make 2 gold. I'm not a deck builder. I like fumble around with deck building. I do it on stream, but very much not my strength. I am a good tinkerer as far as like, here is a deck. Let's play this, see what works. I can make a few changes that end up benefiting me later. But for the most part, I'm not a deck builder. As far as reading the meta, very much this sort of thing where you look at a set and you have an idea of what you think is going to be good based on your year of experience. As someone who actually knows how to do those things for one, not a streamer, that's so true. That's a good point. Don't ask me, don't ask Aggro. I would say ask Majin, but well, you could ask Majin because he doesn't stream. Hey, this hand is probably not very good. Oh, interesting. Why not ask a Pro Tour top 8 competitor who spends his time talking arson streams? Well, Noah's going to tell you how to deck build Gravy. Yeah. If you want to know how to win a tournament with Gravy Bones, that's your man. This does not have an extra attack, so we are going to sink below this and try to find something, try to find a hand that doesn't suck. Dark Cody's glad someone does. No, Ian told me that he's going to sit us down together in Paris for a drink. I don't. It sounded like a threat when he said it, so I don't know. If you still have a chance to cancel your tickets, like maybe do, you know? Interesting. I was going to tell you to F off and figure it out. The best card players always do. As far as evaluating the meta, very much alike. When a set releases, use your year of experience just to say, like, here is what I think is going to be good based on my play experience, what heroes are getting support. Like we've got, Mastery Pack Warriors coming out tomorrow. Warrior is getting support. Like, Kasai has already been good. She just won a calling. Is my opponent there? Like, wanted to finish this game. Kasai is already good, and she's got Raise Blades, which is, at minimum, a 0 for 3 pump, but also works very well with her hero power. So Kasai is a hero that you could say, well, she just got a huge buff. She's probably gonna be pretty good. Hala just got a bunch of support. Olympia got a ton of support. So you could look at that and say, well, Warrior is probably gonna be pretty good. So then you start hedging your side building towards what beats Warrior. I need defense reactions. I need, if you're playing a class that generates frailty, all right. If you're playing a class that generates frailty, frailty is very good against Warrior. What happened to your money where your mouth is? Did you block with it? Oh, you sank it. That's what I missed. Okay. What was I going to draw? I was going to draw a Nimblism. It's pretty okay. So I was going to sink the second strike into a Nimblism. I get to do Nimblism, Path of Same Ends. If they prevent it, pitch the second strike to give go again, but I'm probably hitting because it's 6. So second strike has go again, and I get to Scorpio. All right. Then you just see what's doing well in tournaments. Like if you see Mastery Pack Warrior gets printed, and you're like, Warrior's probably going to be pretty good. Start checking in on callings or battlegrounds or pro quests, whatever the relevant thing is at that time, and just check, like, is Warrior doing as well as you thought it would do? Or is Warrior now doing worse? Like, testing your hypothesis. You thought this was going to be what happened. Is that what happened? Just put in more D-reacts against Tuffnut. They're nuttin'. Because Exude doesn't matter, Potion of Strength doesn't matter, Promise of Plenty, as we've learned, does not matter. This hand is pretty reasonable against Tuffnut. This hand, like, kind of goes. Serenade Skizzic. I can press something into, like, Snatch, Arsenal, Lightning Press. Let's send our Skizzy. Let's just push some damage on turn 0. Unfortunately, I wish the Lightning Surge had go again, so I could end on Snatch Press. That'd be cool. Oh, I like that. We'll press this. While we get full value out of it. Send a Snatch here, which I'm not expecting to hit. Maybe it will. I mean, if they only blocked with 1 card. If you have no cards in hand, it gets +6 and the crowd cheers you. Okay, great. There we go. That's fine. Hey, this hand is a hand of cards. Rip off the top hits. You're the greatest player of all time. And so after you've checked in on callings and pro quests and whatever to see if your hypothesis about what would be good is correct, then you either adjust from there, like, oh wait, I was actually wrong, this wasn't what I thought was going to be good, wasn't good, or now you're correct and you just, you know, keep on doing what you're doing. Even if you were wrong about what you thought would be good, like if you didn't see Spellio coming, Team Metal Fab tokens missed on Acilio being good after Oldzar got banned, and like we weren't prepared for it at Nationals. You readjust from there. This hand lets me do Nimblism, Lightning Surge, Scorpio, Arsenal Rabble, which means that I am... Actually, no, I'm not doing that, because I need to send something. We keep the Nimblism. Probably just sink a sink. Take 5 here, that's fine. Yeah, this is fine. We have a few lines here, weirdly. So our opponent has 3 toughness waiting, which is where I'm like, what if I did Grasp pitching these 2 into Fry Scorpio and sat on the Lightning Surge and just said, like, fine, use your toughness, I don't care. Alternatively, we can go Fry Rabble Surge Scorpio. Like, playing the Nimblism here is bad because we don't want to send a tall attack. We want our opponent to not get value from this toughness. That's why I am thinking, like, what if it's just this? And say, like, you just don't get value from your toughness. We keep our go again in Arsenal. You're showing me a Wrecker Romp. It's pretty okay for them, but then it's also like, are you going to put a whole ass card in front of my Scorpio? Alright, we'll see how our opponent is going to convert. That's pretty good. It's a Tuffnut Gauntlet Rock. Coming in for 8. We do not have a Nimblism in our graveyard. So Jack B. Nimble is not super good here. Which means we block with that. And then I guess that's fine. Or we just block with Shelter, send the path, see how our opponent pitches. Yeah. Let's block with Shelter here. Keep an attack in deck, which I value more than keeping a defense reaction in deck. My previous experience with Toughness says that these games can go kind of long. And I do need to be a little cognizant of what is still in my deck. So yeah, we have attacks. Opponent has 2 toughness, which again we are going to say does not super matter from our perspective. See if they want to pitch into Null Rune. Tuffnut off the top makes sense. We will give this go again. Pitch the Jack be nimble to do so. I do not want to break the chain. Our opponent has 2 floating, so we are definitely not sending second path. We send our Lightning Surge. No, hero. That's so rude. And you showed me a blue on top? That's pretty good. Opponent is very good at finding rock off the top of their deck. Why don't you run Aurora like a Guardian and throw your opponents off? Just run a lot of blue 3 blocks, D-Reacts, and Dread Scythe, because I want to win games of Flesh and Blood. And my opinion of that strategy is if I play Aurora like a Guardian, then I will not win games of Flesh and Blood. I just don't think that build is good. Like, I think there are... If I was trying to throw my opponents off, if I was trying to do that thing... that strategy, there are better options for me. Like, I would rather run DGA Bolton if I was trying to be tricksy and, like, run builds that people aren't going to sniff out. What does this hand do? This hand does Burn Up, Fry with a Press, and then Scorpio behind it. Do I care about keeping a Skizzik in the deck? I currently have one Skizzik, 2 Serenade in my deck, so I probably do want to keep this Skizzik, which means I can take 6 here. It also lets me have something to pitch to Path of Same Ends if I really need to. Fair point. Like, there are definitely points to be gained from having alternate builds. I just think you're going to lose to enough, like, that doesn't necessarily solve your problems. You want your alternate build, like if you're doing something tricksy, you want it to address a weakness that the hero generally has. And I think playing a bunch of weak cards does not necessarily solve Aurora's problem, which is Guardians. Like, Guardians are still going to dump on that build. That's strategy. Thick Hide Hunter, I am showing a Nimby on top. Press, I do get to connect. See if our opponent using the floating resource. They do. We'll pitch a Skizzik here to give go again. Coming with Scorpio. I'm fine to Arsenal this Fry. I know I have a Nimby on top, so it's possible that my turn is going to do something that lets me end on a Nimby to find the Nimbleism to just set up a 5-card hand. Oh, okay. Now we need to think, because this is a good hand. Or do I just set up? Opponent comes in with a Vigorous Smash Up for 5. Well, I don't super care about blocking this. Let's give him the thinking. So this hand lets me do... I cannot Arc Lightning Quick Succession. Quick Succession will not give Nimby the go again. So I could do Quick Succession, Arc Lightning, Nimby, Find a Nimblism, Close Chain, Nimblism, Fry, Current Funnel, Scorpio. That seems pretty good. We get full value out of our Quick Succession. We get near full value out of our Arc Lightning. We're doing a bit of a big turn. Have a Nimby. Opponent does pitch, which is fine. It's Tuffnut, so they're taking the damage one way or another. I am showing a Quick Succession on top. Well, now I'm really glad that I didn't. Why not block with that Smash Up and send Rock? Delph. I believe this is a newer Tuffnut. They'll learn. Have a Fry. Big ol' Fry coming in. We are only getting 3. I mean, we're getting 3 out of our current funnel. Like, we are getting our Quick Succession value. So, like, ordinarily, I'm not super happy about sending 3 damage here because who cares? Like, this is not a breakpoint. But our opponent doesn't have cards in hand and has 2 2-block pieces of armor. So either they're blocking 4 and we're up, or they're blocking 2 and we're still pushing damage, or they're just not blocking. Does this mean I have to do a Tuffnut Masterclass? If you are looking to, like, score some easy views on YouTube or some Metafy subscriptions, like, now is surely the time. Arc, Quick Fry. Arc, Quick. Fry, Current, Nimble, Sword, Arsenal, Nim. I don't hate it. We do have a Nimblism in Graveyard. We do have a Nimblism. Do I need to set up? We do Quick Succession, Serenade, E-Strike, Draw. Find a Skizik, which I do have. That seems pretty good. Alternatively, we do Jack Be Nimble for 4, E-Strike for 7. Nah, we're going. We're going to do the thing. Embodiment Skizik. This is where we get to do the cool line, where E-Strike will consume the embodiment, but not the Go Again from Quick Succession. Skizik Draw is a little worse. We do have our Snap, so we do have a way to fully convert this hand and also get full value out of our Quick Succession. Alternatively, we just Scorpio and Arsenal a Skizik, but Arsenaling Skizik doesn't seem very good. I think I'd rather just use my Snap and push here. I mean, if they're going to block 6, then I will not Snap here. JK. Alright, so we've used 3 Skiziks. We have 1 Serenade left. Opponent is the GOAT. We're going to Rabble here just to see what the top of our deck is and see what I care about keeping. It's probably another Rabble, but like, if we have an attack on top, I might keep the Nimblism instead. Arc Lightning says that I keep Nimblism. How many attacks have I played? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a pretty good chance that I have an attack with this Arc Lightning. No, we'll just 6 here. We'll keep the Rabble. Sending the Rabble for 3 doesn't make sense. If I'm going to arsenal something, it can be the rabble. The rabble will... Like, we're looking to get 4 from this rabble, not 3. Opponent's the goat. These are certainly cards that I could have drawn. If you have less health than each hero, this card's base power is 6. This hand is not good. So what if I just did like block, block? Block 6, we send 7 here, we arsenal Arc Lightning. I could have kept a burn up and taken 3 there. I think there's a pretty low chance that I actually hit, which is why I didn't want to keep one. Current funnel on top is not bad, except that this is now only going to attack for 2. I think that's still fine. I don't love it, but what can you do? The alternative was IP a card, which could have been okay. Jesus, with the Arc Lightnings. The Kite Hunter for 6. I get to probably keep an Arc Lightning. So we go Arc Lightning, Path of Same Ends to give it guaranteed go again. Current Funnel, Snatch, Scorpio. Start blocking with armor, just to make sure I get my value from it. We could play 2 Arc Lightnings. I don't know if it's super worth going that heavy. But then Tuffnutting off the top. We get... Yeah, let's keep one. We'll just send Path here. See how we get blocked. Floats Prevention, that's pretty good considering the Arc Lightning. Which damage is 2 Arc Lightnings? Not enough, in my opinion, because the second Arc Light, each Arc Lightning is only 3. And our opponent still has armor and 2 cards in hand. Like, I don't have faith that this Arc Lightning will win me the game. Jesus. Opponent found a good time to draw the Bastions. That is annoying. It's 20? But the second Arc Lightning is only doing 3 points. Opponent really had it this turn. Those Bastions really did some work. All right, this is pretty good, though. I mean, we don't have to Arc Lightning here. So, like, we Arc Lightning, we get 4 points. We get to go Scar, Closed Chain, Nimblism, Outed, Rabble. Alternatively, we just go Rabble, Outed, Close, Nimble, Scar. I think we really want to save the Arc Lightning for when our turn just doesn't function without it. We should not do this first. We should do Outed first. Send the 3 base. It would have been 5 points? Ooh, this is my last Nimblism. We have an interesting question now. This is our last Nimblism index, so if we close chain Nimby 4 or Nimby 7, we are not getting lethal because our opponent has... I think what I want to do here is close, and we just grasp. Like, I have the life points to take a hit. We also don't let Tuffnut ditch this last card in hand. You could draw a 4-card hand without attacks. It's true. Or I could just be him. Five and 4? I don't think it's 4. I think the second one was 3, because it would only get the 3 go-agains. Hey, this hand is pretty okay. Jesus. Our opponent has certainly flipped some blues this game. So we just say no blocks. We're going to go Arc Lightning. Arc Lightning, Nimby, find Nimblism. E-Strike. Draw a card, Snapdragon. It was 4 and 5. How can the second one be 4? Oh, because of itself. Yeah. You're right. You're so right. Send our Nimby. Opponent has Tuffnutted. I wish that I could Scorpio this turn. Arc Lightning pings. Opponent does not give us another card. So I believe now the call is Close Chain, Nimblism, Snatch, Press. If they have... only no hero. So they can cover 9. They can cover 9. We're coming in for 10. They would have to give us armor. Which maybe means that we should just E-Strike draw. We'll snatch here. Or we'll snap here. The Scar is really good. We just needed an attack. I think they made some mistakes. That chat was pretty good at identifying. I mean, I'm not a super skilled Tuffnut player, so I can't speak to everything, but like missing a gauntlet, like Noah pointed out. Delview had a line that they could have taken, just blocking and rocking. Why not the Snatch? I was playing around the very worst case scenario, which is that they were going to have a 3-block and a no hero stands alone to cover 9 and then give me a piece of equipment. Like, if I really... I guess I didn't have to play the press there. My thought was I will get more value out of this hand by sending the E-Strike and using Snap on it with press support than I would by sending Snatch. Like, my thought was it would have been easier to play around the Snatch. But I think ultimately it doesn't matter. Be interesting to see what they give Aurora and Usurp. Yeah, like in theory, we want to go second into Hala. And the loadout is good. Like, in theory, and then D-reacts are fine. Yeah, she doesn't punish me for D-reacting. She's on Zenith, not Durandal. Our opponent's on AB0. We're so up. I think as far as not sending the Snatch, I kind of just outplayed myself. Like, that was not necessary for me to do. Zenith for 4. Go again. I'm going to block with E-Strike here. We'll take our 1 to turn on Scar for a Scar. Oh, they're just going to attack me with Ripple Away? That's hilarious. Okay. In that case, well, we should still make this block. We'll block with a Scar here, and it's fine. Our opponent's AB0, so this Path of Same Ends should be effective. Quick Succession here is a little awkward. I want to Arsenal the Sink Below. So that means we are playing Quick Succession. We're sending Path just for the guaranteed go again in case they have a toe the line. Come in with Fry for 4. I'm assuming they save Dynamo for Scorpio like a good player. The Scorpio is probably never connecting, but like maybe. At some point they will not reset their Dynamo, and that's when we get them. Arsenal Sink. What just happened to me? Next time you sharpen the sword, sharpen an additional time. So they sharpened twice and are now coming in for 8. With go again, I cannot face Purgatory this turn. The Sink Below doesn't matter currently. Like, I could play around Beckon Steel. But that seems pretty heads up of me. Where this hand just goes... Depending on if I use the Sink Below or not, this hand can go Path. Path, E-Strike, go again, bottoming outed, send Nimby. I don't think I need to block this. I do think I need to CNC though. Good call, Byakko. I'm going to bottom E-Strike here, which just like doesn't really do anything for me at the moment. Byakko, the GOAT. He's too good. We block with Jack B. Nimble, and I just go Path outed Nimby. He's too good. He's too good. He's got the reads. I like Sync to play around CNC chat. This is why we do it. This is why I stream. Because you're too good. You're too good. You know so much. And I appreciate you being here. We do not get to attack with... I mean, I guess I could. Like, I could outed Scorpio. Except to play around the fact that they did not reset Dynamo. But, like, that's surely worse than just sending Nimby and getting a 5-card hand. You've all read the soul of this Hala. Find a Nimbleism. Please don't CNC me again. That'd be very rude. All right, our opponent is keeping 5 cards. So, like, surely something disgusting is going to happen. I'm sad that I still can't face Purg. But you know what? They're just going to turn on my Scar for a Scar, so who really got outplayed? That's pretty gross. This is coming for 11? 8. Okay, that's much better than I thought. Oh, because Edict, in my head, Edict gives +3. So we're not blocking anything? He's like, whatever. If you want to Beckon Steal me, I'm sad about it. I'm sniffing a Beckon Steal. It does smell a bit like Beckon Steal. Am I supposed to respect it? I really wish I could face Purgatory. Like... This is the Beaconssteel Respect, and then we just send 8. Or, I mean, I don't want to take fucking 14, you know? I really don't want to go to 10. As good as my hand is, if I go to 10, of just like 4/4, Rabble informs me if I'm sending 15 or not. I think it's probably better for me to just make the safe play. Ask them to have Beaconssteel value again next turn. Quick Succession on top. That says that I actually do want to play this Nimblism here. In case I'm playing around the fail state of me just drawing 4 non-attacks. Beckon has to hit. Beckon is on hit, sharpen, extra attack. If you have 3 counters. There's no good reason they didn't beckon in the first swing. I guess? Well, beckon says it immediately attacks again, right? So they needed to... Didn't they give it go again? Isn't that... I think that was why I was afraid of it. Zenith for 3. So you must have some kind of reaction. This line is just... Still have a Nimblism in deck, so I could block with Quick Succession and go Nimblism, Nimby, find a Nimblism, press. Yeah, that seems fine. Alright. You got me. I have been baited. I've been baited and outsmarted. Find my last Nimblism. Beckon is such a nasty card. First swing was for 5. I had to cover with double D reacts, and playing Beckon on second swing loses 1 value. Alright. Opponent gives us armor, so they're clearly going for something good. This hand is a hand of... Hey, it's a Beaconssteel. Ah, it was Brimming Blade and Arsenal. Oh, yes. What does this hand do? This hand looks good. What has our opponent done? Oh my god. Swordmaster's Shine. The next time you would sharpen a sword, instead sharpen it an additional time. Brimming Blade. Sharpen target sword you control twice. So this will put 3 counters on it? So you're coming in for 9 with go again. You've pitched a Beaconssteel. So there could be a second Beaconssteel. This hand can cover it. This hand does let me go Facepurg, Carapace, Burn Up, Surge. And then my line is, well, I draw a card, but then I can go Serenade, Embodiment, Skizzic, Nimblism, Scorpio, Arsenal, Arc Lightning. Alternatively, I just don't want to take a bunch of fucking damage, you know? Like, this hand is really good if I keep it all, but I don't think I need to. I think we just Facepurg here. Current Funnel is eh. Could be better, could be worse. Opponent gives us a Sink Below. Flurryless Hala. They had a flurry at some point. With Current Funnel, Arc Lightning, Skyward Serenade, Arc Lightning, Serenade, Skizzic. It's only +1. It would be +1 Skizzic because I don't need the embodiment. But then this is attacking for 3, which is not very good. I mean, I guess it's just Serenade. Serenade for +1 Skizzy. We just don't play the Arc Lightning. Alright. Skizzic buff. Oh no, it does have to be... No, I screwed it up. Revert to start of this turn. Needs to be Nimblism first, then Serenade. Because I need to... I'm going to play the current funnel, but I can't... There's too much that I, like, can't do around the Nimblism. If I do Serenade, current funnel, break chain, Nimblism, the Nimblism gets the go again, and I need it to not have the go again. I need it to give the go again to the Skizzic. Alright, Shelter's fine. I get to come in with Scorpio when they don't have Dynamo up, so this matters. What does this one do? Pay 1, sharpen an extra time. We're just trying to get our opponent... Like, I want to play a full Arc Lightning turn, because our opponent is AB0. Like, for everyone who was looking at the last turn, like, what you gotta... The last time I did double Arc Lightning. We will be double Arc Lightninging this turn, and it should just win the game. It is quick succession, Arc Lightning, Snatch, Second Strike, Scorpio. I guess we could do Arc Lightning, Succession, Second Strike, Snatch, Snap. Yeah, that's better. Alright, Beckensteel here is just... that's cute. That was cute as fuck. Using Reverent Riri Brace to give the Sharpen twice from the Beckensteel to get the extra attack? Damn, that was cool. It's a real shame this does not matter, but that was a sick way to use Riri Brace. Rerebris. Yeah, that was sick. I'm gonna tell my opponent that was really cool. And then I'm gonna kill them. It's not Reverbrace. You would think so. It's Riri Brace. Yeah. If you, opponent, if you would like to not just concede the game, you are welcome to do so. You are welcome to finish the game we've been playing. I actually don't kill them this turn. I'll come very close. I get their hand and Dynamo, and then I still have 2 shocks in my deck. Also, they didn't block 5 here, so my Snatch hits. That was really good. I did feel a little bad about that, Delph. I'm like, that was really cool. Dead. What was I going to draw? Well, that would have been less good now. Like, obviously, I would have killed them. Well, I would have just shocked them on the next hand and won that way. But this would have been very good on the next turn, not so good. It would not have killed them this turn. They would have lived through this turn. It would have been block, honed, and CNC on the Snatch. Get snapped. Put Dynamo in front of the Scorpio. Yeah, and I just shock them. My streamer knows words. Your streamer can read sometimes. AB0 Hala. Presenting AB0 into a Runeblade generally is crazy. This turn was sick, though. Like, the triple sword off of 1 Sharpen, 1+1 counter, I did not put them on it. I was really like, no, this is just... Oh, I guess they get +1 on the next swing because they have go again. Like, I only know 20D react max life gain Hala. You mean, what is it? What are we supposed to call it? What did the Battleground winner they said don't call it block slop, despite having 9D reacts and 6 sirens and 3 fiddlers. You had to call it something else. It's not block slop. No, because it plays some warrior cards. Maybe 0 into Arcane is nuts. I get it if you're trying to race, I suppose. Maybe there is an aggro Hala list that is fast enough. Do not call it Hussar Hala. Thank you. That's what we're supposed to call it, Ian. Hussar Hala. Not block slop. The 6 sirens of Safe Harbor and 3 fiddlers green are their special. Alright? It's block slop when Guardian does it. But when Hala does it, it's cute. So we just, like, die, right? Is there an option for, I respect that you're doing this, but I do not want to play the game? I'm just going to say good game and leave. This is me. I have sat down at the calling. My opponent has presented Arakni Huntsman, and I have said, good game. I think this is another one that my hero actually cannot win. Maybe I could have. Or maybe I just don't want to play against Arakni Huntsman on stream. Because that game will last the rest of the stream. And it'll certainly be a game of Flesh and Blood. You would not be able to look at Aurora Huntsman and say, we did not play Flesh and Blood. Parry maxing Hala. Lyath, I will play this game. Hala playing 9 souls out here, parrying everything. Okay, Lyath Goldmane. Exude is kind of cute, but I don't think Lyath plays anything that I'm going to care about. So let's just put in the D-Rex, I guess. I think Huntsman is in a very rough spot post-MPW. Does Huntsman have a bad warrior matchup? My opponent is playing 66 cards. So this isn't fatigue, right? This is just, I mean, they're on Maul. So like, this isn't fatigue. This is just what Lyaths do, right? This is the one that attacked. Well, okay, so it attacks for 2. Block with Quick Succession, which currently does nothing for me. I don't think I care about taking 1 here. I mean, I could sink below this, but like, I'd rather just have a sink below for later. I don't like this. This is also less good when I've drawn. It's less good the way that I've drawn. We'll strategically pitch it to play around Two-Faced. Before 70 card Fatigue Lyath. I mean, this is certainly going to be a game of Flesh and Blood. 5 mites on turn 0 is where it was a very close matchup pre-MPW, and they got some very good deck damage cards that make them harder to fatigue. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not unhappy to see Arakni Huntsman get worse. It is not the worst way to implement fatigue in Flesh and Blood. Like, it's not bad. It's just not terribly exciting. Outed continues to be the most card in my deck. Of all the cards in my deck, Outed is one of them. Arsenal this sink below. Hey, we found an Arc Lightning. That's pretty okay. Opponent is AB1, so we can't just... Why is this 8? That's so rude. When this hits, the crowd boos you? I wish you wouldn't. I wish my hand was better. We can sink the Jack. Hope to find something relevant? I'd rather save my armor for something more impactful than get a might. Could sink here. Sink the path, I suppose. I mean, currently it's just like E-Strike for 7, Arsenal Arc Lightning. I think that's fine, and we just ask our opponent to convert. I don't super need to sink path here. Huntsman is better than when Guardians do fatigue. It's more annoying now. We'll just E-Strike. We'll ask our Lyath to do something relevant with only 1 might on the table. We will not open ourselves to getting two-faced on this Arc Lightning. I guess we do just get two-faced. Yeah, two-face just happens. Opponent blocking 7. That certainly works. Two mites on the table. This hand does something. Clear Water Elixir. Your next attack this turn gets +3. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I'm just going to Shelter from the Storm this. We do Arc Lightning Snatch. Just came here to say no, it isn't. Then when Guardians do fatigue. Honestly, fair. Just Shelter, Arc Lightning, Snatch, press it, E-Strike, draw. Please don't leave them hanging me. All right, we're so up. We'll just snatch for 4, see what they do. We can certainly press here. I also could have just gone to E-Strike draw, bottom the press, snatch for 4. But this is the super high roll turn where I get to press the snatch, draw a card, and then E-Strike draw. Yeah, we'll press this. Oh, wait, oh, I'm dumb. In my head, they had already Lyathed. Yeah, oops. In my head, they had already Lyathed. I did the thing, and then was like, wait. This should be 7. Yeah, that's just me being dumb. That was just me making a big ol' mistake. Strategically keeping Scar for a Scar online? Scar, Close Chain, Serenade Skizik. Send the Scar first and see what happens. Best Aurora, shut up, David. That was just me making a big ol' mistake. We should have just gone, not pressed it, and then did Snatch Draw. Or E-Strike Draw a card. Close Chain. Alright, at this point, we have a few options. Opponent has Tunic up, so this path looks really bad. We could Close Chain, Serenade Skizik, 4 go again, E-Strike bottom path, 5 go against Scorpio. We could... So if we go... That's 4, 5, 4, 9, 11. We could go Serenade, Embodiment, Skizik, E-Strike for 7. Go again, Skizik, that's 10. I think the line is Embodiment Skizik. Send our 4 here. E-Strike for 5 go again isn't super exciting, but we do get to Scorpio at the end of it. Getting the two-faced here is really not that bad. Honestly, this hand kind of just works as well as it would have worked before. In that case, yeah, I guess it's still just this. No, this should just be E-Strike buff. Right, because we get 7 either way. Our opponent has a floating resource for Rampart. Yeah, I think we're threatening more damage with E-Strike for 7 than E-Strike for 5 Scorpio. I hate facing a Lyath. I like seeing Lyath be good. Lyath just hasn't been good before, and so I like to see Lyath be an okay hero. Be a hero that you can play in Flesh and Blood. Well, for 3, well, my card's blocked too. Quick Succession. We just Arsenal the Nimblism, and that's how we get full value. Quick Succession, Lightning Surge. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And we give Lyath the Might. Like, I don't think putting 4 armor here is correct. Like, it sucks that they get the Might, but... yeah, we're just going to Arsenal this Nimblism. So we go Quick Succession, Lightning Surge for 5 go again. Looking for something that gives that lets Second Strike connect. You know, get the +1 and go again. Close Chain, Serenade, come in with Skizzy, Skizzy for 5, into Second Strike for 5, into Scorpio for 1. Scorpio for 1 might be what gets Tunic Rampart. Currently blocking with 2 cards from hand. Decides against it. Have a Second Strike. I think saving the Nimblism is fine. We still have 2 Arc Lightnings in the deck. Okay, Tunic for what? Alright. You got yourself a deal. I think we sequenced pretty well around Lethem Hanging. I don't think there was ever a point in this turn where we left ourselves open to just getting absolutely blown out by it. I think we were pretty on it. Also, now our opponent does not have Tunic available to pay for Rampart, so they have to give us a card or just, like, take 2. Like, this is fine. They keep a card in the deck, sure. I get my 5-carder, which is pretty okay. Arc Lightning, Embodiment Skizik. I need to not close chain. So we go Arc Lightning. go Arc Lightning, Nimblism, Embodiment Skizzik, Outed, Embodiment Skizzik, which I do still have. Okay, this is my last one. Again, just sequencing around not getting blown out by Leave Them Hanging. Nimblism. We have successfully not gotten blown out by Leave Them Hanging. Skizzik for 7 go again. We're going to make it 10. And then I get to Scorpio. We Arsenal are outed. Wow. Opponent just straight up doesn't block? I thought for sure. Do we just not attack with Scorpio? So that these two, because I'm afraid if I attack with attention grab, or if I attack with Scorpio, they block with attention grabbers. Move a counter from Leave Them Hanging, and then whatever it is comes in for +8. I think that's fine. We have to get it at some point. Like, it's already coming in for a shit ton of damage. I don't know that this super matters. I'd kind of rather deal with the +8 than with +4/+4. But we'll see. Maybe this is, like, really bad. Maybe this was a terrible decision. When this attacks a hero, if you have more health than them, the crowd boos you. Okay, you don't, so you had to pitch. So this is coming in for 12? I do have a Nimblism in my graveyard. Do I give a shit? So we can also face Purg here. Like, it's just this. You discard this card. What instant blows me out? Sigil of Solace? Wow. Okay, we just take that. It was great. It's really good. That was, It was certainly a play that our opponent could have made. Well, that's 3 Leave Them Hanging, so I don't have to respect it anymore. What are we doing with this Path of Same Ends? I think we're just arsenaling it. That's reasonable. That's a reasonable thing to have done. Holy shit, what a hand. Oasis, Clearwater, Concealed Objects, Sigil, Captain's Call. What's up, Austin? That game, I feel like, started with so much potential and then just really got away from him. So we were going to do Jack Me Nimble 4, Outed, Fry, Scorpio, Save the Path. Just waiting to line the path up with something that I don't care about pitching. I was hoping for a Current Funnel, but we were a bit of a ways away from that. Yeah, so we got there. We're 3-1 for the day. I will count that Huntsman concede as a loss. Thank you, Delph. That was a good game. It was really, I had much more fear of the Leave Them Hanging turn, which I guess they just, like, found the wrong cards, right? Short Shrift there, or cut a long story short, would have been devastating. Go first against Rhinar. Bring balance. And just, again, maybe someday I won't just play 60 reacts. We go first against a hero with a bunch of Intimidate. Piecing the Aurora Copers. It's me. I'm an Aurora Coper. We just Arsenal... we Grasp. Grasp, pass. Hey, this hand is okay. We get to go Arc Lightning, Current Funnel, Nimby, Closed Chain, Nimblism, Snatch. I'm not blocking this. Because our opponent might Command and Conquer us. We could just give armor. I get a Snatch back. Arc Lightning, Current Funnel, does play around the Nimblism, does play around the Flesh Bag. Or we go, like, Grasp, Nimblism, Nimby, that's not good. Yeah, I think we're just giving armor here. And that's fine. How do we play around the Flesh Bag? We do start with Arc Lightning. Into Current Funnel. All right, well now I don't have to worry about that anymore. That is a bit of a problem. I would have liked to have kept that Snatch. So I finished the thought experiment from the start of the stream. This is not a very good instant-based Aurora deck. Turns out it didn't work. Did not work. I can accept that. So Nimby does get go again. Fleshbag here, pretty devastating. That was pretty good, honestly. Could have been better. So if we Nimby, we find Nimblism. We pitch both Nimblisms into Grasp, which is 3, 4, 5, let's call it 6 damage, Arsenal of Snatch. Or we do Nimblism, Nimby. Yeah, that's gotta just be better. And then we just don't search. I guess we can, and then we just know that we have a Nimblism to go with our Snatch. That's fine. It's like, not great. Could have been better. We got rid of a Flesh Bag. Looks like our opponent may be gearing up to hit us back. Will Arsenal Snatch? Hey, it's a Blood Rush. Wow, our opponent's just the GOAT. Lost our Sink Below. This is great. Things are good. Things are going great. This is another one. Just like with Lyath, I'm pretty happy to see Rhinar doing well. This is a hero that I've been thinking I should probably pick up. And, like, already just, hey, he seems kind of okay. And then, of course, getting the support is like, I think Rhinar might be really freaking good coming up. Like, I think he's actually pretty good. Show strength for 10 go again. What does my hand do? My hand does... We have a Sink Below that I can't block with because I'm the greatest player. Nimblism Snatch. Nimby... Nimblism, Snap It, Nimblism, Snatch. This is really bad. I guess, let's just not block this one. I'm gonna abduct you into the Malice Gang. Don't make me play a Necromancer. Necromancer's so lame. You're gonna Pulping me? Great balance. I guess I just take some damage, and they're gonna Meat Axe me? Yeah, this is, I tell you, this is making Rhinar look pretty good. Pretty good. I just can't get... This sucks. I'm dying. This is a really good turn from this Rhinar. This is pretty insane. That was a nutty turn. Ignore the zombie part, focus on the head jab part. Can I focus on how I'm just getting absolutely murdered by this Rhinar? Beat it Levia. I mean, I'm not opposed to trying Levia. I think if I was leaning towards a Brute, it might... Currently, it's Rhinar. If I was going to lean towards a Brute, it's Rhinar. Meat-Axe Rhinar seems like a good choice. Just based on how I'm getting absolutely blown up by this one. We snap it. Like, we might be getting high rolled. Their turn is certainly a lot worse if they don't discard the sea legs. If their flashbag doesn't hit. Probably the single best card in my hand to have hit. Arsenal to sink. Surely we're fine. Wild Ride's gonna miss. Never lucky. This one we just shelter. Things are not going well, chat. We are kind of getting murdered. Having to go first into Rhinar so that we just don't get, like, infinite intimidated on turn 0 does not help either. Just realized our Rhinar presented 64 cards into us, which also feels bad. Yeah, the casual 25 damage Blood Rush, you know, as they do. Scott and Ethan were both excited for Levi after the next set when I spoke to them at Edinburgh, even with Ethan's normal level. I was about to say, I'm glad you brought that up, Vader. Like, Ethan is just always excited about Levi. It has never been warranted. We get to... Yeah, we want to sink. We want to keep the fry so that we can Scorpio. Levi is going to be a demon next meta, supposedly. Who says? Because Levi has always been like, every Levi player has always been like, this is the set. This is her time. You've yet to see it. I guess I burn up Shock here because I kind of need my opponent to, like, give a shit about what I'm doing. So far they aren't. So far they haven't been. And I kind of need them to. That's a bad start. It's a bad start when my opponent says, nah, your head jab's okay. It's okay, because I'm also not threatening lethal this turn. Surely this is it. This is her set. This has gotta be. Yeah, opponent strategically using armor. Has the go again. Things are not looking great. Things are looking rather grim over on the Lupine Fiasco side of the board. It's okay, surely they can't use the agility. That was just them memeing. They meant to block with it, but they discarded it instead and felt embarrassed to undo the turn. Ah, my hand blocks very well. Okay. Okay. We hate to see that. This puts me to 3. It's alright, because the follow-up is just Meat-Axe. I don't need to block more. We're fine. Cards that let her banish 6s without jumping through hoops will help a lot, but she's still fundamentally flawed. Yeah, I mean, she's no matter what, she's still Levi. Okay, we're fine. We surely didn't need to block 2 more that turn. And we have a non-attack in banish, you say. I see. So what you're telling me is, we're very dead. What you're telling me is I'm going to lose the game. It's alright. Song of Sinew? Man, they just play whatever they want, don't they? Just hit. Just, honestly, just hit. Just 0 for 4 me. With your deck with how many non-attacks in it. I see. That was, Jesus. Casual 25 damage, 29 value threatened. Yeah, that made Rhinar look pretty dang good, didn't it? It's not like we were slouching on our turn cycles. But that was, they just hit, didn't they? Eek. Rhinar looks pretty good when you just have it, when you're just him. Yeah, maybe we play Rhinar. Maybe we go back to Brute. Maybe Brute has something to do with the spoiler card that LSS gave me. Who knows? Who's to say? Song of Sin, you'll never believe what's in my deck. Song of Sin, you'll never believe that I have 4 6-power attacks on top of my deck. Yeah, maybe I am going to have a compelling reason to play Brute coming up after August 23rd. Who knows? Who's to say? I'm not. I couldn't tell you. It's just a guess. Just a hypothesis. Just something to think about. Rhinar really is the parry this, you filthy casual. I mean, that Rhinar was just him. Discarding the sea legs on the Blood Rush was really like, okay. If you say so. You got it, bud. That was, It hurt. It hurt my feelings. And my body. It's alright. Marionette. Surely I can beat this one. I have to remember, this is an aggro mirror, so I'm actually allowed to use my boots on turn 0. This hand does stuff. And by stuff, I mean, it just blocks. Pitch 2 reds. We're so in. We're so up. I guess Scar is like the worst card in my hand. Just because I am going to use my Omni Ward this turn to keep them off of marking me. Alright, well now I'm not going to do that. Now I wish I still had this Scar for a Scar. I forgot I'm supposed to block 4. Okay. Just have it. Just be him. I was supposed to block 4 on the dagger. I forgot about that. Ashlyn did math on this as far as Fi goes. Like, what are their chances of having a reaction in the opening hand, especially if they pitch 2 reds? I was supposed to block 4 on that. So that's my mistake. That's me, like, knowing what I'm supposed to do with Omni Ward, but not knowing what I'm supposed to do with the rest of my hand. So I believe we go Grasp, Pitch Arc Lightning, Quick Succession, Skizix, Scorpio, Arsenal Burn Up. Yeah, I do love when our no hat Arakni hero just flips into Orb Weaver. Just hit. Just be him. Truly. Just be the greatest player. Put your boots in front of my sword. It's alright, you only get to use them once. That is the upside of Marionette, is that they have pretty bad armor. The upside for me. For them, they're chilling. We do not have a Nimbleism. This hand is a hand of cards, and not a very good one. And I don't have Snapdragons. Ugh. The most annoying card in Flesh and Blood. Oh, they didn't even need to be Orb Weaver. Jesus. Has some 3 blocks. I will get unmarked. Clave for 1. Have a grasp? Or do I just give him path? Like, I don't want to be marked. I'm going to give him grasp here. Okay. That is not a clave. Oh, Callister for 4? That's fine. I don't care about that. Until they scar tissue me, and then I'm pissed. Let's come in with Fry and then Path of Same Ends and just say address. Pitch Arc Lightning for grass, quick succession in the Skizzic Scorpio, Arsenal, Burn Up, Shock. It's what we do, baby. That's what we're here for. Does it feel good? No. Are we doing it anyway? Yeah. Opponent doesn't block and doesn't pitch. Doesn't pitch make sense. That I'm fine with. We get to Scorpio here. That's, you know, we're fine. Would I have liked to line up Burn Up with this turn? Yeah. We just drew some bad cards. Yeah, surely if you didn't block the Path of Same Ends or the Fry, you should not block the Scorpio. Okay. This hand does stuff. We get to Arc Lightning, Burn Up Shock, Current Funnel, Outed, Rabble, Scorpio. This hand does stuff. It face purgs if I need it to. We get to really play some Flesh and Blood. That's fine. That doesn't even have an on hit. All right, this hand does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 19, potentially 21 damage. Aurora used to be so much cooler than this. This is probably where I'm fine getting marked. Do I want to get marked? No, but our opponent has 3 cards and a resource floating and a tunic. I'm pretty unconfident that, like, stopping the clave here is the most important thing I can do. I could face purg this. I mean, I could make this block, which feels really bad. I could also just get hit, lose my outed. I guess lose my current funnel, and then... No, we have to lose the outed. I need the current funnel to turn on Scorpio. So I guess we just don't block. Maybe I was supposed to block. It's their base form, so this does have go again. Banish and outed. Oh, I was supposed to board this out. Oops. I was not supposed to play outed against Arakni Marionette. Whoopsie. Hope we don't get punished for that later. That's fine. That's just damage, even if you buff it. That's fine. I mean, you're hitting me. I don't know why I would need to stop that. If they command and conquer me here, I'm pretty sad about it. Jesus, with the Orb Weavers. Our opponent sure is good at converting hands of cards. My favorite thing about Arakni Merit, and my favorite thing about Assassin, is how they're disruptive, but they don't always do that much damage, you know? I do love that about them. It always makes me feel great. It certainly balances the disruption. How they don't do that much damage, you know? It's pretty cool. It's a really interesting balancing act that LSS did. Okay. Opponent gave us a shred. 3, Rabble. You've been disappointing me today. You've been 3 way too much. I really need you to be 4 in these tight spots. Sure, what would you like to do? They're pitching, question mark? Oh, I guess they clicked yes and then didn't mean, I don't know. All right, this is our time. Now is when we get to turn this around. This hand is pretty cool if we don't die. Arc Lightning, Nimby, Fine Nimblism, Closed Chain, Burn Up Shock, Nimblism, Fry, Scorpio. But I'm probably blocking with something this turn. You're flicking the Calycera. Boy, I sure wonder... Oh, our opponent had 2 Calyceras. Lol. Thought they had 2 Claves. This does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. 5 damage Arc Lightning. 5 damage Arc Lightning. 9, 12, 18, 20 potentially. What's happening? I feel like they meant to buy back a Clave with this pick up the point, and it just doesn't work that way. Okay, and then you... Okay. You're basically... I'm like, do I get blown out here? Am I missing something? I think they just, like, punted this turn. All right, well, I get to keep my really cool hand. And we still even have a Face Purgatory. I do not have Snapdragon, so I do not get to burn up first. Shelter, it's rude. Let's just make sure that I do have a Nimblism. Yes. Great. All right, opponent has 2 floating on the Shelter. Opponent is going to have 1 floating on the Shelter. Close the chain. Play a Nimblism. Play a Burn Up Shock. This will get me some points. We get to Fry for 6 go again. Opponent can give me 2 cards and not get hit by the Fry, but they will need to give me real equipment to not get hit by the Scorpio. They could have attacked with Kiss instead of pitching it, which would have done more damage. This is true. Ooh, we connect with the Burn Up. Nice 2 blocks, opponent. Would Kiss have prompted me to Face Purg? I think no. Okay, remembering that our deck has 2 blocks in it. We get a Tunic. Are you also going to give me your Flick Knives? I'd like you to. Like, I'm happy to take Flick and Tunic here and full tempo. Like, not having Snapdragons is a bit of a problem, but it means that it's going to be a lot easier to stay unmarked. Hey, this hand converts. So I suppose we are still playing Burn Up. I mean, we could do Jack Be Nimble, Path, hold the Burn Up to pitch if they AB, or just Spell Void, Snatch. That's gotta be better. Like, Burn Up here is tempting, but it does mean that my opponent just hard commits to stopping me. Whereas if I don't Burn Up, then they might not pitch or Spell Void to Path. And if they don't do that, then I get to just 4-4, or I can close chain and do the Burn Up and say breakpoints. Or I do just go 4-4 Arsenal Burn Up. That's gotta be better. I just have a shock. Oh my god, they go to 1? Alright. Okay, we're doing fine. We just Arsenal the shock. Opponent has to give me 2 cards or else they die. We just wait for them to tap out, and then I guess I do need 2 shocks to make this happen, because they have Spell Void. Kiss O Death. I can stop it with Face Purg, but then I don't have an attack. So we go... There's no follow-up. This does not currently have go again. If I block 3 here and they have a reaction, they have nothing to black tech behind it. Yeah, we'll just block like this. If they have a reaction, I shelter it. And then I just go quick succession, surge for 5 go again with a press on it, and then Scorpio. My opponent has to have a very specific combination of cards to be okay. Alright, Lair of the Spider is fine. I needed it to not be Frailty Trap. Frailty Trap would have meant I can't Scorpio after this, assuming the press doesn't kill them. Alright. Incision Codex. I think they definitely misplayed by not sending the Kiss after the Upsticks. If they go Upsticks Kiss... Kiss instead of Upsticks Art of Desire, I'm taking... I put armor in front, so I took 0. Instead, I don't think I give them armor. I take 9. I go to 2. I guess I could have given them armor. I'd be at 5. The game plays out the exact same way. I'm at 5 when I kill them. Where's my other burn up? Ah, in my graveyard. Excellent. That would have been good to know. Alright, so that means that... Jesus. So if I know that my other shock is in my graveyard, we have to shock them when they tap out. They Spell Void 1 to not be dead. This is also on a turn where they just don't really have anything. It's like, I don't know, they Dagger Pass or some shit. I shock them. I keep 4 cards. I pitch into Grasp. I attack and say, have Shelter. Or else die to Rune Chant. Or just Arc Lightning them, and now they have no Arcane Barrier. Well, cool. We did it. We went 4-2 for the day. We conceded to a Huntsman. And then we just got blown the fuck up by a Rhinar. So that was spooky. But we beat Marionette. That's cool. And then we beat some other heroes, too. Gone in a Flash. I don't think it's good. Don't play it. But the other changes we made... are, in theory, okay. What do? We put Potion of Strength in the sideboard so that against Guardian we have a bigger Arc Lightning turn. We set up the potions, we pitch some Arc Lightnings for later. We get to go Arc Lightning, Break Potion, Break Potion, Break Potion. We get 9 extra points out of that. We have our Dominion Ironweave package. For the most part, we are very close to what Andrew Lorenz is doing. I am not playing Voltbound Duality. Instead, I'm playing Exude Confidence. Again, for Guardians. That's what Aurora loses to. She loses to Guardians. Her aggro plan is pretty good. We just beat a Marionette. Like, she's still not going to win every race. We lost to a Rhinar. We beat a Hala. We beat an Olympia. Like, she has good lines. She has good damage. We're very often going above rate on our turn cycles. She just has a very hard time beating Guardian. So we need Guardian help. The D-Reacts were good. I long for the day that Marionette LLs and I am allowed to put Fate Foreseen in my deck instead of Shelter or Sigil of Suffering, and then we get to do the cool Runeblade thing. Yeah, deck seems fine. Lightning Runeblade good. I'm sure it'll be worse than Shadow Runeblade, which is what I'm really excited for. And I'm going to call it for today. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you all being here. I will be back tomorrow playing some Olympia, taking the lessons we learned today and putting them into practice. Excited to play some Warrior. I've literally never done it before. So 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow for some Olympia gameplay. I'm excited to see you all here. And until then, where am I going? What am I doing? Chat. Oh, I found it. Thank you all for hanging out, and until tomorrow, take care. Did that do it?